US Marines have taken on one of the most dangerous regions in Afghanistan, but are they winning the battle for hearts and minds? This week, as Afghans vote in key elections, we are with US Marines in Helmand province as they try to hold positions deep in Taliban territory. But can they persuade the local population they're on their side?
Why are you so nervous?
What's wrong with him? Why is he shaking?
We asked Britain's International Development Secretary if the huge amounts of foreign aid for Afghanistan are justified. And with revelations that the author of The Lord of the Flies tried to rape an underage girl, is literary biography knocking down our icons one by one? Hello. The election campaign in Afghanistan was blighted by suicide bombings and further casualties among NATO troops. The province which has seen most of the fighting is Helmand in the south of the country. The 2nd Marine Expeditionary Brigade is one of the American battle groups in the region. Ben Anderson took his camera and followed them on their mission.
Progression, that's our fucking...
Incoming!
Incoming! Hey, get against the wall, get against the wall.
All right, they hit, let's go.
Continue to push.
Lock door right, closed door left. Ready? Go.
On July the 2nd, 4,000 men from the 2nd Marine Expeditionary Brigade landed in southern Helmand for Operation Khanjar, or Strike of the Sword. Their mission, the biggest since the assault on Fallujah, is to oust the Taliban and win the trust of the local population, something the British here have been trying to do for years.
Stop, you're good right here.
It's the first major military operation authorised by President Obama, and the US Marines are here to repeat the success of their surge in Iraq. But under Obama, the focus is shifting from Iraq to Afghanistan, which he has always described as the real war on terror. The Marines have been sent to Helmand, the Taliban stronghold, and the country's most violent province, and results are expected fast. Echo Company landed in the small market town of Mian Poshte, which was immediately evacuated by its inhabitants and traders. But the Taliban didn't leave, and were watching Echo Company's every move.
Icon chatter said they know we're out here, meaning the Taliban knows we're out here on patrol. There.
It wasn't long before the Taliban launched an attack.
We got 2 guys with AK-47 in the tree line.
At least 2 men with machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades were firing at us.
They're right there, gentlemen. They're less than 100 meters from us.
After an initial burst of gunfire, an RPG fizzed over our heads.
You got me! Move on these people. This is what you wanted. Got it.
The Marines moved through compounds until Lance Corporal Gomez spotted the enemy.
Yeah, I got it.
After heavy gunfire
We're there.
and some grenades,
AG out there. Come on, baby, hit.
the attackers went quiet.
Right there, we're staying together.
In the trees just next to that compound?
Yeah, these trees right in front of us.
Several Marines claimed to have hit their targets. If they were still alive, our attackers had retreated.
There's a guy in a moped, came out of the house, and he got a AK in the front and RPG in the back.
You said this is what you enlisted for?
Huh?
You said this is what you enlisted for?
It's what you enlisted for, that's
Nah, I can't move, man. I'll pass out.
Although there may have been just 2 enemy fighters, exchanges like this and long daily patrols take their toll. Especially when the temperature often tops 50 degrees.
Let's go. You got it. Let's go, Bravo. Get on your feet. Let's go. Hey, you sure? You sure you want me to do it? I got it. Hey, bro.
We got 1 enemy dead, gentlemen.
Let's go, gentlemen. On your feet. Let's go.
So what's your impression of the Taliban so far?
They're pretty smart. The way they fight. They're not really stupid.
They utilize the trench lines out here and the irrigation ditches, so we can't see them. They use a lot of cover.
Have you actually seen any of them yet?
Yes, we've seen them. Yeah, first 3 days was all fighting.
I mean, I know they've attacked you a lot, but it's sometimes hard to actually see the guys themselves.
We've seen them.
But the Taliban, perhaps realising that the Marines were here to stay, were suddenly being seen a lot less. Although nobody thought that meant they'd gone.
Hello.
Just that their tactics were changing.
Hello.
So what do you think they're going to do now?
I think they're waiting on the resupply, and then I think they're going to try and start mortaring us more, and then I think they're going to try and start sending IEDs. They still want to fight from a distance because they don't want to be maneuvered on, and we don't really want to maneuver on them yet because we think it might be ambushed. But I think they're going to keep trying to fight us from a distance because they don't want to get close. And then they'll start using IED and hit and run tactics, I think.
How do you feel about that, if they start using IEDs a lot more?
Not looking forward to it, but hopefully we can find them before they find us. I'd rather fight them with small arms and heavy guns, but they're probably going to start resorting to IEDs.
But you don't think they're going away? You don't think they've seen you?
No, I don't think they're going away at all. They're fighting for this area pretty hard, so I don't know what it is, but I don't think they're going away anytime soon.
His fears were well founded. The very first convoy I joined, when I first tried to get to Echo Company, was hit by an IED, or improvised explosive device.
When we got hit, there's just a lot of dust coming into the turret, and I look over and I see our turret gunner. He's just rocking back and forth. He looked like a rag doll.
After the blast, everyone was ordered to wait inside their vehicles while a defusal team went ahead to check for more bombs. Although the Marines had only been here for a few days, they were already finding more than one IED every kilometre.
Yeah, it felt like the truck went up in the air, and dust everywhere.
Is that the first time you've been hit by an IED?
Yeah. Relieved that there was no injuries really whatsoever. A couple bruises, that's about it.
Right here?
That's a stark contrast to what British soldiers go through when their vehicles are blown up. Almost half the Brits who have died over the last 5 weeks have been killed by IEDs while in vehicles. The Americans may not have the knowledge and experience of the British here, but the protection they provide for their troops is vastly superior.
I love this thing.
Back in Mian Poshte, 2nd Platoon Echo Company are preparing to go out on another patrol.
I'm not taking the 203 out.
You don't want to go?
Sniper shot. You know what I'm taking out today?
No.
I'm taking out Big Tom. I'm a sniper!
With an average age of just 20, these Marines might be trained killers, but they're also expected to carry out a complex counterinsurgency policy, building trust and relationships with the local population.
Echo Main, Echo 1.
They were going to search a house they'd been attacked from, when they saw a man dressed in black acting suspiciously on the road ahead.
Is that the same guy? Yeah. Because that's that house where we keep getting shot at.
Just be careful pushing up. Let's
go. Okay, so how many people's in the house?
When they finally reached the house, the only person they could talk to was a nervous young boy. Suspicion always increases when all the men of fighting age are nowhere to be seen.
Go get the man of the house.
At that point, a small group of men formed on the other side of the canal.
Hey, watch this guy. Don't say a word to him.
The Marines thought they were trying to intimidate the boy into not talking.
Hey, just tell him.
Why are you so nervous?
What's wrong with him? Why is he shaking?
2nd Platoon couldn't tell if the boy was nervous because of the men outside, because his house was being searched by armed Marines, or because he actually had something to hide.
What's he so worried about?
Yeah, I found a rifle.
You did?
Yeah.
Kid. Hey, we got a rifle. Why is there a rifle in here?
It's wrapped in plastic.
Wilson, come here. I mean, this one's wrapped up like they're about to use it.
Where? Is there any more weapons in there?
But when Lance Corporal Bunch examined the rifle, he realised it was just a BB gun.
This is just I use, I kill some bird by it. I don't kill someone by it.
Well, I know he can't kill nobody with it, but...
Tell him thank you for his time, and that we're gonna leave now.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Although the search lasted more than half an hour, When 2nd Platoon left the house, the 3 men were still waiting outside.
One walking towards us on the other side of the canal.
They were then joined by the man in black, who'd aroused so much suspicion before.
Last time we searched this house, they wanted nothing to do with this. Yeah. Why? Don't ask him. I don't want you to.
For Lance Corporal Bunch, it was turning out to be a long and frustrating day.
Ask him if they know who lives in this house. They give a complete different answer every time you ask.
He tried talking to the young boy one last time. Quietly asking if the men on the other side of the canal were Taliban.
Khalid. Huh? Yeah, tell me shit. No, you know what I'm saying.